my dipole is a sloper now. It's pointing east to west.
Well, that won't help us much.
It's working up here, Bob.
Tell you what, Bill, I was making some contacts over Europe today, no problem at all with 100 watts. And I mean, everybody's moving in down here and they can hear me, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, what are you running now?
Acom 7800, 125 watts with a hand mic and my dipole, which is up in the tree on one feet and down feet on another end. Direct.
Okay, you're steady S9, so it's not doing bad at all.
You're 15 over up here, Bob.
Wow, thanks a lot.
VA3 KBC?
Yeah, I'm probably going to run it the same way up in the house in Carolina, probably a dipole sloper.
VA3 KBC, go ahead.
Good evening, gentlemen. DJ here. I used to drive snowplow, and we always told people down the road if they ever stopped in or whatever, if you're shoveling out your driveway, always shovel it to the right. So instead of shoveling it to the left, because when we come from the left, we're going to wing that back in. So try to shovel everything off to the right so you have no pile on the left there. But there are some snowplows that have special adapters that will hold the snow in as it goes by the driveway and then releases it again. So, but it's all experience.
Yeah, that's pretty high tech. We just have your basic push everything off to the side here, and they make 2 laps around the neighborhood. One throws it into one side of the road's driveway, and the other one throws it into the other side of the road's driveway. But I got a neighbor. He's got a little John Deere with a snow blower on the front, and he's got a cap he puts on it in the winter, and he just loves to go around. If you don't get up too early, he'll do your driveway completely for you before you even get out of the house.
And throw him a few bucks because, I've got a I've got a new Coyote, a CS2220 with the loader and a blade. So I'll be doing my driveway because it's a quite large driveway. But anyhow, just an FYI, guys, I haven't been doing any live streaming for quite a while, and I got everything all set up again. So I don't know if you guys have your computers handy there, or if you can get on the internet, or if you can get on YouTube or anything. But I am live streaming now, so if you want to hear what you sound like and see what your signal looks like as well, again, my call is Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Charlie. And there's a link on my QRZ page, or just go to YouTube and do a search for VA3 KBC.
Well, real good, DJ. I'm sure if any of the guys are interested, they'll tune you up. I don't even have a computer on right now.
W0NGK10.
KZ3I10. So what are you up to, Bo John? How's things out there?
Not too bad. It's warmed up today, but it's going to get cold tomorrow. It was got up to 70 degrees today, but tomorrow the high is going to be 45.
That doesn't sound too bad. You got rain coming for over Thanksgiving?
No, I don't think so. If we do get anything, it'll be freezing because it's going to be cold.
Yeah, we got... I don't think we'll be too bad, but it is chilling off a little bit. It's not cold compared to, up north, but it certainly last week we got spoiled in November. I tell you, we had all those 80-degree days in November there, Mo John, and we don't know what to think. I had flowers. I had flowers blooming on trees in the front yard. It was warm for so long. They thought it was summer again.
Yeah, we had 80 degrees weather last month, too. That's kind of spoiled me.
Yeah, the lilacs busted out. We had lilac blossoms on the lilac bush. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'm going to try to plant some lilac bushes, trees up in Carolina, Billy. I love those things.
You can dig some shoots out of mine. They're throwing them up all the time. The little perimeter around the roots. The trunk of the thing is always throwing up shoots you can replant. We got mine when we sold my mom's house after Mom and Dad passed. I dug one of each of her lilac bushes and planted them in the yard, so continued the tradition.
Maybe I'll take you up on that when I get up there.
Yeah, no problem. In fact, I'll give you a hedge trimmer. You can trim everything. I can't wait till you move to North Carolina.
Why's that?
I don't know. It might give me an excuse to go back there. I was stationed there 4 years. I would like to make a trip down to a lot of my buds retired in that area.
Yeah, it's gonna be different for me.
Well, guys, I'm going to play around on the different frequencies here and some of the bands. So just wanted to say hi-de-ho to you, VA3 KBC.
Yeah, stop by again, DJ. I'm Bill, KZ3I. We're hanging around here plus or minus all the time. So stop in anytime and say, hey, VA3 KBC, KZ3I.
Okay, Bill, thank you. Take care, gentlemen. VA3 KBC is going to QSY.
N4AZE. Hey, DJ, before you go, how you doing?
I am doing better than the weather. Weather here is 43 degrees, but yeah, no complaints. Got the antennas all working now. I got the 160 meter resident antenna working and my 80 meter doublet. The beam's working fine, so the radio's working good. I tried my other computer, my new refurbished computer, but I just had some issues on getting things working, so I just hooked the old one back up again, and I'm just going to play with that for right now. It was giving me some issues when I was live streaming here 4, 5, 6 months ago, whatever the heck it was, but seems to be pretty stable now. So, and I did download the latest Thetis program too. Richie's doing a fantastic job with that Thetis program for the Anons here. So everything seems to be working okay.
Hi. You're looking good on the gauge here in South Carolina. Just say hello to you. I hadn't talked to you in a little while.
Well, I not only look good, I sound good.
No, I always liked your modesty.
Well, everybody says, you guys on the Anons, you really sound good. And I always say, yep, but we look good too. And then I do a live stream, and then the guys can see my face, and they really see how ugly I am. So I got to be careful when I say how good I look.
Hey, remember this one? Looking good, Billy Ray. Hey, DJ?
Yes.
You know Vito, don't you?
Yeah.
He comes in here with us sometimes, too.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's another Vito, and one in Florida, too. The one I'm talking about is up in Canada. Yeah, there's one in Florida.
That's Guido, not Vito.
Is it Guido?
Guido.
Okay. I know that's right, because I called one of them Vito, and he said, no, it was Guido. He was in Florida.
Okay, guys. Well, carry on. I'm going to, since I'm live streaming, I'm going to, play around with the different frequencies here and see what else is going on. So you guys take care, and we'll catch up with you later. Victor Alpha 3 Kilo, Bravo Charlie.
Yeah, lock and hook.
Good night, Vito. Yeah. All right, toodles, DJ. Yeah. Hey, Bob?
Yes?
I thought it was, we're not talking about Tony, I'm talking about there's another.
On the frequency, there's somebody on the frequency. I talked to you about 5x8.
Back to very much for looking. I heard a KP2 DMR in there. Jeremy, could you look for some over-the-air check-ins, please?
Will do. I was up on 80.
And Thanksgiving. If I get a 10-cent tip aside from what...
I mean, that's just completely insane. I can't fathom that. Not in the least. I ride a motorcycle. I've ridden motorcycles all my life. Back when I was much younger, I'd do a 500-mile run a day, and I was whipped.
Una vida entera.
Seeing more and more companies taking that message to heart. Romania's capital city hosted 2 major events focused on corporate sustainability, a clear sign of growing interest in doing something.
Uma palavra aí pra quem? Pra o Borja. Mas só comentando mais cedo, rapaz.
What?
Yeah, for WAS on.
It was on 20 meters. Not a whole lot going on.
Listen, we out of the way. You can come on back, all right? You're welcome to join us. That's Larry. He's out in California. My name is...
I don't think there's anything. So I'm only up 10 meters. Oh, 10 meters. See what's on 10 meters.
Kilo 6, Kilo Romeo Golf.
The Kilo 5, sir. The Kilo 5 station. Go ahead, please. The Kilo 5, go ahead.
Bravo.
It's fading. I don't think there's too much on 15. Let's see if anybody's on 80.
I just don't trust them. They are like frugal. It's not, doesn't even describe. And I could just see people leaving, you know, food.
You're gonna have to fill me in. What position and all that.
Boy, put him in charge.
Sucks on that sonar. So, yeah.
Let's see if anybody will come on. VA3 KBC, test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3, VA3 KBC. Well, I just put a text out to the guys, see if anybody, if they're done supper, if anybody can get on here just to see what my audio sounds like after doing some of this tweaking. If I get in the right location here. I'll go check. 40 again. I don't think anything on 120, 160.
The 80 meter doublet's about 40 feet in the air here on the south end of the house, and I just recently purchased a hex beam, and in the process of putting that up on a tower, which, you know, the weather turned crappy on me the past couple, 3 days, so I've got to get out there and get that up. It's in a temporary position right now, and has been absolutely working great for me, even at 14 feet. I'm just, you know, picking out stations that I'm.
That's right. You're gonna be bad when you put your teeth back in.
Yeah, it could be. I could bite pretty bad.
Must be looking for DX.
November 9. November 9 or Delta Alpha Mike. You're coming. Oh yeah, that's where I usually recommend people. Jim Warner. Yeah, he might have had a display there in his boneyard. That's what I call them, discarded. I know that
Izquierdoso, para que tengan un país bonito.
That might be an ego need, it might be a financial need. Your own priorities are more important than everybody else's. So that's not a case where you see a limited role for business. That's where you are serving your own needs to the detriment of others. I don't believe that's that common, but...
Call one more time. We'll try to get you on the list. Over.
An amazing number of things. All of the wall outlets in the bedroom, closet lights, a fire sensor, hall lights, it went on and on and on. I think, man, that's not very elegant.
He can't tell if it's a tornado or a train. Huh?
Oh, yeah, I can, because the train makes the concrete floor rattle a little bit, and the tornado don't do that.
A tornado don't have a steam whistle either, does it?
Right.
VA3 KBC, test 1, 2, 3, VA3 KBC. Yeah, Darren, I just want to know if you can listen remote. If you're listening remote, Doug's going to come here right shortly. So, yeah, okay. Well, even if you can listen remote, let me know if the audio sounds okay.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Bravo Charlie. Do you copy KB2 UKA?
KB2 UKA. This is Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Bravo Charlie. And I got to say, Doug, you sound marvelous.
Why, thank you. I've been off the air for 2 days, DJ. This is all digital again, no rack gear.
Oh?
Yep. I decided I was getting bored of the rack gear because once you set rack gear, you really can't change it. So with the digital stuff, you could change all the time. So this is all VST hosts and just some plugins. But I've been working on it for 2 days. I'm very happy with how it sounds.
Well, I'll tell you, sure, in my headphones, it really sounds good. So you are the master there, sir, when it comes to your audio. So anyhow, yeah, I got the i7, the refurbished one, up and running. I didn't have any audio or with the microphone. It was coming, any audio that was coming through the speaker, the little speaker in the computer, and not through the other equipment here. So I just thought, you know what, I just don't feel like fooling around with it, so I just took everything out of line and put the old one back in, and thought, well, I'm going to see if I can make the streaming work without it causing issues like I had with the audio before. So got everything hooked up. I went and set it up so it was private, and I was watching on the YouTube, and then I was watching my waterfall as well and how clean it was, and I thought, well, son of a gun, maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, so it seems to be okay, and I did change the frames per second. It was 35. I brought it down to 30, and there's no light flashing or anything. CPU usage is 18%, 19%, and that's about what it is, 17% without streaming even. So anyhow, I'm going to keep that i7, because if the old i5 does finally give up the ghost, I'll have another computer. So for what I paid for it, yeah, I'm not out much money. Anyhow, so there you go. So I guess question is, how does the audio sound to you?
The audio, well, your radio audio or the YouTube audio?
Oh, no, just the radio audio.
Oh, it sounds the same. It sounds phenomenal. Hold on one second, DJ. I'm getting a phone call from upstairs. Hold on.
Okie dokie.
DJ, I got to bring groceries in. I'll be back in 5 minutes. KB2 UKA.
Okay, I'll be here standing guard. Maybe some of the other guys will show up. Darren can't get a good connection, so he's listening to the web SDR, and of course with the post there, maybe some of the other guys might come on. So go ahead. I'll be standing by here. VA3 KBC. Okay.
Your voice is almost
Great to work you again.
Okay, I'm back. KB2 UKA.
Welcome back, sir. Let me get hello. Come on, get locked in. Come on, there we go. There we go. Now we're locked in.
Well, you're sounding great. You're looking great. The YouTube stream sounds great. And DJ, I'm sure you know this already. For the what are you married? 50-something years. A husband's job is never done, DJ.
Oh, believe me, I know. But you know what? When you get retired, you know, well, especially with farming, there's so much to do all the time. And then when the wife wanted something done in the house, I don't have time. I'll get to it when I get to it. And sometimes it takes a while, but when you do it, you just do it haphazard and get it done and over with. And now that I'm retired and have all this time on my hands, if she wants something done, I'm right there getting it done. I'm thinking about it and doing, making plans. It's a different situation. So you'll get to that point down the road where you'll be looking for something to do.
Yep, someday, and someday comes pretty quick. Okay, so you're on the new computer, fresh fetus install, and did you upload your old database? Or you started from scratch with the settings?
No, I couldn't get the new computer to work. I didn't have any audio. I hit the foot switch, no audio, or the mic, nothing would work. As far as sound, it was just coming out of the little speaker of the computer, not through my big speakers. I didn't play around much. I just didn't feel like tackling it, so I just wanted to see if I could get it to work. Plugged everything in, it didn't work, so I just unhooked everything and hooked the old i7 back up. So everything's back to the original, other than I do have the latest version. Well, it's 2.10.3.6. Version 2.1.18 protocol 2. So that's what I'm running, and it seems to be stable. I don't have any garbling of the audio when I'm streaming here. So I'm just going to leave it that way. I'm not going to do anything else, and I'll keep this new i7 refurbished for if the i5 goes down, then I'll have the i7 because the i5 is my desktop. That's what I use for email and searching the web and having QRZ up and running and all that other stuff. So that's the long story.
All right. Well, I wish I lived just a car ride away, DJ. I'd be over there to help you get up whatever you needed working. It's definitely just a setting that was screwing up your audio on the new computer. But you'll figure it out, I'm sure. Let's see. We had Thanksgiving this Thursday. But yesterday we had Friendsgiving, which meant I had 15 10 to 12-year-olds in my house yesterday. And they all got to the house at 4. It was potluck. Everyone brought a dish, and Amanda provided the basics, the turkey and all that stuff. And all the kids sat around a big table and ate, and we stayed out of their way. Then they played games and flirted and chased each other and fought each other. It was great. Boys, girls, all just having a grand old time. And everyone got picked up at 8 o'clock, and now it's Sunday night, and we're getting ready for the work week.
Sounds really good. That's the kids will remember that forever. Something like that with their friends and family and stuff like that. That's great. That and nothing better than a turkey dinner. I'll tell you. We when we went to Sarnia last week, we stopped at John's restaurant because they got 90 days of turkey. So we had a turkey dinner and actually brought some home because it was so much. So. Yep, but so we're doing Christmas this year. Christine's going to do the turkey, and we'll do the rest. She's going to do the turkey and the stuffing, and we'll do the rest here. And yeah, that's about it. So, one other thing, Doug, was the CPU when I had the new computer running, and Thetis and everything was up and running. It was at 87%. So. I don't know. Like I said, when I seen that and the other issues, I just thought, I'm just going to go back to the old one and leave it at that. So, yeah, I know. I'm not. Some of the stuff I can work through, but other stuff it just baffles me. So, it's at this point in time, I'm just going to leave it the way it is until such time that it completely crashes, and then I'll have to do something a little bit more. In depth, I guess, with a new computer and just reloading everything and starting from scratch. But anyhow, no, that's good. Yeah, our in Canada, our Thanksgiving is in October, so we had that, and I always enjoy Thanksgiving. I think more than Christmas because it's just getting together and having a meal. And Christmas is a little bit more stressful, So I just find that to me, anyhow, that Thanksgiving is more relaxed there. Over.
Yeah, it's this time in the U.S., well, because of our Thanksgiving being at the end of November, pretty much between Thanksgiving and New Year's is just one big blur. Things slow down in my line of business, which is good. I like the break. I'm going to be off Wednesday, Thursday. Normally I'd be off Friday, but I have something I have to do, so I'm going to go in Friday. And then Christmas, I'm usually off Christmas Eve until January 2nd. So that's that's like, what is that, like 10 days, something like that? That's a good time off. But yeah, it's a good time of the year, but it's a big blur. Yeah, so Darren, if you're listening, Darren should get himself a hotspot. It's a little box, pay like $9.99 a month, and it gives you access to the very fast 5G internet no matter where you are. And then he could go in remote via that hotspot even when the hotel is crappy Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he's in, I think, Washington right now.
And I know Dominic was here listening because he heard me testing before. W4DOM, did you make it?
Okay, no, he said he was listening. You sound good at the Washington, D.C. SDR, so, but yeah, he's been doing a lot of flying, holy mackerel.
Yeah, he's been flying non-stop. That's good, though. I know he wants to be working, so that's good. But, man, being a pilot is, you're definitely on the move.
That's it. Yep. Well, a lot of occupations are the same. Whether you're a truck driver, farmer, we're in the seat of a tractor for long periods of time, or the combine, depending on the season, what is going on. So, yep, it's something that you really got to love.
Conditions look good. Yeah, DJ, you're sounding fine. So, 86% something's wrong on that other computer. Something's running. So if you start it up again and you see that, go to Task Manager, and it'll tell you what's taking up all the CPU usage.
Yeah, when I have the urge to do that, nothing to do, I'll maybe just hook it all up to this other computer here, or to the other monitor, and that I can quickly do that.
So I'm looking at mine right now. My whole system usage right now is 16%. Thetis is using about 5 to 7 of that. My system is using 8. Voice meter, Potato's using 2. And that's about it. So yeah, to be in the 80s, something's wrong. There's a Windows issue. There's something going on. It shouldn't. That computer just has Windows and Thetis on it, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so something's going on.
Well, like I said, this seems to be working okay, so I'll just plug along with this one until it gets to the point where it's not going to. Then I'll have to address the issue with the other one. But I may just I can hook it up to this monitor here and check it out, just see what's going on there. Whether you're around, or Art or Dominic can kind of walk me through it. So I'm finding that I'm having more difficulty, to be honest, Doug, of doing stuff compared to what I used to do. So the old mind isn't as sharp as it used to be, and sometimes it just gets a roadblock. And I actually, saying that, my Streamlabs has been working flawless. Whenever I'd fire it up, there would always be some sort of issue. But it's been working flawless. So, and I know the last time, man, oh man, I had a heck of a time trying to get everything to work again. So that's when I realized, boy, I'm starting to lose it when it comes to doing some of this stuff that it gets quite complicated. And but anyhow, so thankfully that's working okay. And as I said, just some of this other stuff that I used to be able to figure out, it just takes me longer to do that. And then I get kind of apprehensive about it. And that's my story.
We have a two-toner, DJ, and I don't think that's an age thing either. There's you can't be an expert in all fields, and you got a group of friends that are here to help you. So I wouldn't be too worried about any of it. Anyone want to jump in? Who's two-toning?
It was either Richard or Art.
Richard, is that you? Arthur Collins?
Dwayne?
No, Dwayne would have been 30 over on a two-tone.
Well, they haven't come back, so I'm sure they'll join us when they're ready.
I had my frigging amp on 60 to 40 meters this entire time, and it didn't fault out, which means I guess it's fine.
You've got the cable to switch it when you switch bands, don't you?
I don't. I have to build a new one for the G2.
Oh.
But it didn't fault, and the reason it didn't fault is because we're on the upper end of 80. So the filter probably bled over. It was fine.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, everything's automatic now. So if I'm on 160 meters, it goes to antenna 3, and I've got the AT2KD for the resonant antenna. That way I can kind of touch it up if I need to. And if I go to the doublet, then it goes to antenna 1, and it's antenna 1 on the amplifier, but the HF auto goes to antenna 3. And when I go to the beam, it stays on antenna 1. The VK3 amp stays on antenna 1, but the HF auto goes to antenna 1. And so everything is automatic. I just it just eliminates any goof ups.
Yeah, Anders sent me the pinout for the G2 like 2 nights ago. I just haven't built up the cable yet. I want to do that. DJ, I'm getting really close to putting all the equipment in like a closet and running remote. I've figured out a good way. I copied that video that I uploaded a couple of days ago with that Canadian station, the British Columbia station. Hold on one second. Carter, you need my credit card? Carter's here. He needs to buy points for his video game. All right, hold on, Carter. Okay. Don't spend that all in one place. And bring that back. Love you. So yeah, I'm getting real close to removing all the equipment from the shack and running remote, but in the house running remote.
Okay, yeah. And then so you'll be nice and quiet. You won't have any noise from the amp or anything really. It'll be dead quiet in there. You'll have soundproofing.
Correct. And the latency is like 2 milliseconds, which is not even detectable. So it's going to be basically as if I have all the equipment in here anyway.
Okay, now the other thing, did you get your 70-inch screen?
77.
Oh, 77, okay.
It's all up and running. I got the surround sound going. I got the couches, the recliners. The picture is beautiful. The only thing I haven't done yet, just because we had a very busy weekend, I didn't put the back speakers, the ones that go behind you, I didn't install those yet. I'll do that this week. But it's great.
Yeah, if you're watching a movie where there's something come from behind, whoosh, like a jet or something of that nature, or if something goes by you and you hear it at the back, that's cool, man. I'll tell you. Yep, it is really it's a theater experience when you have something that size, and with the surround sound and that, and you get the bass going. With ours, like ours is a projection TV, so it's a 120-inch screen, so it's huge. But the same thing with the surround sound, and man, that room can get vibrating when you crank that up. And holy mackerel, if you're upstairs, I think if you're outside, you'd probably hear it because it really reverberates.
Oh yeah, well, even with just the soundbar and the subwoofer, it's good. And I have it set up like that upstairs, but it's not. The screen's not as big. Yeah, we're happy, man. We're happy. I haven't even sat down and watched a full movie on it yet. The entire weekend was just running around. So maybe Thanksgiving Eve, maybe Wednesday night, we'll sit down and watch a movie.
Yeah, I really like Star Trek 2009. I think that's one of the better ones. Wrath of Khan, Star Trek 2009 are two of the top ones, but 2009 is my favorite. Top Gun Maverick, that would be great with surround sound. But I'm trying to think of what. There was one movie we watched where there was stuff shooting by, and you could hear it, go by you into the back, and that was really cool. But I don't remember what it was. There's a lot of good movies to watch that you'll really enjoy, and probably some kids movies too. So. So 8 o'clock, I'm going to watch Tulsa King. And then after that, we're going to watch Yellowstone. Then after that, we'll watch Tulsa King. So I think Yellowstone's got 4 episodes left. I'm not sure about Tulsa King, but we are really enjoying it, Tulsa King. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where that ends up now. But yeah, it's nice when you have a big screen. You got surround sound. Yeah, to go to a theater now, it's so expensive. And the other thing is, like for me and both Carol and I, there's probably, when we're watching a movie, which is usually an hour and a half long, 90 minutes, there's a lot of times I'll push the button to pause it because we have to make a trip to the water closet, as they say. So that way when you come back, you just hit play again and you continue on. We're in the movie theater. Oh man, like you got to go down those stairs, around, and so you're spending 5 minutes. You come back, you don't know where anything's happened in the movie. So having it all at home is nice.
Oh, it really, really is. DJ, I'll be right back. I got to go help him with something. I'll be right back. KB2 UKA.
Okay, I'll stand by. See if anybody else shows up. Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Charlie.
W4DO and DJ.
Good evening, Dominic.
What's going on?
Well, I got the old i7 back up and running, and the streaming seems to be working good. The audio's staying good, so I'm just going to stick with the system here for now. And the other i7, the refurbished that I bought, I'll just keep it as a backup in case my i5 finally gives up the ghost or whatever. And Doug thinks there's something that's in that computer that why it's running 87% CPU. He says I can put it up on the desk here and hook it up to the smaller monitor, and then go into the settings and just see what everything's running, see if something's running in the background causing it to be running that high.
Did you check the BIOS to see if it's in turbo mode? Because it's defaults to non-turbo mode.
No, I didn't do any of that when I couldn't get the audio to work and the microphone to work. I just unhooked everything and just hooked the old one back up, and I figured I'd just leave it for the time being.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get it sorted out.
Who else is in here tonight?
Just Duggo. He's gone to help Carter. He'll be back.
He's what?
He's gone to help Carter. He'll be back.
Oh, okay.
So I am live streaming, and everything seems to be stable. So, yeah, I guess I'll just keep doing it this way.
All right.
Boy, I'll tell you, that roast beef that I did in the crock pot with beef broth, about a cup and a half of beef broth, and let it cook for, I think it was about 3 hours, and then I put the potatoes and carrots and mushrooms in and let it run for a little bit longer. It was 205, I think, internal temperature. So I took it off. Carol made coleslaw, and then I scooped all the other stuff out. Oh, it was so tender and juicy. The potatoes were wonderful. The mushrooms, the onions, the garlic I put in there, everything. Boy, it was fantastic. So I'm going to do that again. I was thinking about it. I don't know when last time I know what it was. Carol was watching Doss Farms. That's what it was. And he showed the beef he had in the crock pot with potatoes and everything else. And that's kind of what triggered my thought on it. But that was a couple of weeks ago. So this morning, Carol says, if you go to the grocery store, you should get a roast, beef. And I said, Dominic, sometimes it's scary how we sometimes think alike. And I said, I've already got the list started, and that's what was the first thing on the list. But I said, I want to do it into the crock pot instead. And she said, oh, okay. So yeah, that's what we did. And the au jus was, it was fantastic. So good supper.
KB2 UKA.
Oh, Roger. W4DO. Hello there, Doug.
Hello, Dominic. Hope you had a beautiful weekend.
Oh, yeah. Just relaxing. Getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Well, I was telling DJ we had a friend Thanksgiving here yesterday. 15 kids between the ages of like 10 and 12 years old. We had a full Thanksgiving dinner. They were here for 4 hours, and I already had leftovers today. So I've already had Thanksgiving, and now the real Thanksgiving is going to be more Thanksgiving food.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, it's just me and her this year, but we do have the smallest turkey I think we found was a 12-pound turkey. And she doesn't like turkey, she likes ham. I like turkey, I don't really care for ham, so we're going to be eating leftover turkey and ham for us after Thursday.
Good, and I know on the holidays, you and Penny like to have a couple of screwdrivers, so enjoy yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Good. That's what it's all about.
Well, you're sounding pretty good. You're strong, too, here. I got a good signal on you tonight.
Yeah, it's all virtual audio. I'm selling all the rack gear.
What if you change your mind again?
Well, I'm not going to. Well, that's the thing. With virtual, I could keep changing my mind. It's just got to be different programs, that's all. I just sold that EQ for $1,000.
Oh, wow. You know, I think I just heard you when you keyed up. You got that, like Art used to have.
Yeah, it's picking up the room noise. So as soon as I click, you're hearing everything for a second. It's not software. I'm working on getting rid of it. I have a few ideas.
Is that to the rack?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Art was having a problem with. He was able to get rid of it, though, for a little while. Something with timing or some number he had to change. And then he'd get rid of it for a while. But every once in a while, it would pop in, you know what I mean? But not every time.
See, I see it. It's all the fan noise. That's what it's picking up. I put the downward expander on the radio. I thought it helped.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Hold on, because I can also see it on the Kiwi SDR. Like don't talk for a second. I'm going to dead key, and I could see like a carrier being transmitted. Hold on. Yeah, it spikes and then drops.
VA3 KBC, top of the hour.
W4 DOM.
KB2 UKA.
So you guys both running the Windows 11 now. Have any issues with Windows 11?
What was that, DJ?
You guys are running Windows 11, but I guess more concern is with the Thetis program. So like you, Dougo, you running Windows 11 with Thetis, or are you running Mac?
No, I'm running Windows 11. So I noticed another problem. When I key, when you guys are talking, it's hearing your voice through my transmitter.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't picking up on it. I might not pay attention now. Yeah, DJ, Windows 11 is actually quicker, a little bit faster than 10. You can make it look like 10 if you don't want to get used to the way the menu, desktop is laid out. But it's pretty straightforward and a lot simpler to use.
Well, it would just be that if I needed a new computer rather than getting a refurbished, I would maybe just step up to the plate and get a brand new one, and it would just strictly be for the Anan and the Thetis program. Now, Art was saying to get that small computer like what Bill got to run the, if that's what you're doing, and you probably know what I'm talking about when it comes to that small computer that Bill got.
Yeah. Well, if you're a little bit computer savvy and you can set everything up yourself, it's just like any other computer, I guess. It's just not bigger. Expansion-wise, I think you could put another card in it. Some of them you can put cards in, but I don't know. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Do they come with operating systems on them?
Well, I guess the big thing is that I have to have a lot of USB ports for everything, and so yeah. Well, I won't worry about it for right now, but down the road, I think if I'm going to get a new computer, I might just get a brand new one, and like I said, it'll be strictly just for Thetis and doing the streaming. So nothing else will be on it. It'll only be used for the radio.
There you go. Hang on a second, guys. Who's keying up? Is that you, Doug, or is that you down trying to get in there?
I think it was me.
Oh, because I kept hearing somebody keying up, and I wasn't hearing the audio come through, just like the first syllable.
Yeah, it's transmitting something when I hit Mox. I don't know what the hell's going on. All right, let me go. I'm gonna let me play around with this. I'm gonna go to another frequency. You guys have a great night. At least the audio sounds good. I gotta get rid of that noise. So DJ, take care. Dominic, take care. KB2 UKA.
Hey, hold up. What, do you have a TX delay, and where's that set?
So I have. Hold on. I have.
I think it's PTT delay or something.
I have an RF delay, and it's set at 10 milliseconds.
Put it up to 30 for a second. Let's see if it does.
All right, that's at 50.
Yeah, it still did it. Do it again. Key up. Oh, maybe I'm not hearing it. I heard that.
But it was really weak.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot weaker. That was about an S9, S8, S9.
So that's 100 millisecond delay, RF delay. Hold on.
I don't know. You don't have like a PTT delay or a TX delay? I guess RF delay would be the same thing. I don't know.
I have a PTT delay, but I'm not using a PTT. But hold on, this is 200 milliseconds. I'm going to unkey and then key a few times.
Somebody's throwing carrier.
Yeah, I see the carrier. I think it's gone, though.
All right, when he's done, we'll take a look. Yeah, the PTT delay would definitely slow down the time that you're between transmit and receive. But let's see if you can do it now.
Did you see anything?
No, I didn't. DJ?
Nope, I didn't either, or hear anything.
So what you
I still want to get rid of it because it shouldn't be there. So 200 milliseconds is a pretty big delay that I had to put in, but I guess it's better than nothing for now.
Yeah, but you're not seeing that delay, right? I mean, 200 milliseconds is pretty quick. It's not even a quarter of a second, so it's got to be pretty fast.
Yeah, it's very fast, and no delay on the amp or anything. So if you got rid of it, let me just confirm again. I'm going to unkey and then I'm going to key 3 times.
I heard it twice. But it was so fast and light.
Yeah, I see it still a little bit. Let me go up a little more. Let me just see. Okay, that's 300 milliseconds. Hold on. I'm going to unkey and then key twice.
Nothing.
All right, So 300. Did it cut off when I said all right at the beginning?
No, it didn't. And to just unkey and talk about 3 times. Let me see what happens. It was real noticeable when you first keyed up and you had audio. But I'm not hearing it now. But do say 3 sentences while unkeying, and then key back up again and do the next sentence.
This is KB2 UKA. Gonna unkey right now. And this is KB2 UKA again, and we're gonna do it one more time. And this is KB2 UKA.
Yeah, nothing here at all. How are you keying it?
I click the Mox button in Thetis with the mouse.
Oh, what? You can't use the space bar?
That's louder. You'll hear that.
Oh, well, I don't know about hearing it, but right now, whatever it was we were hearing before, it seems to be gone. I'm not hearing it. And, what did you set it on, by the way?
300, which is still, I click and I gotta just wait. It's not even half a second. It's fine.
It's not cutting off your audio either. I think your audio is kind of buffering, so that helps. What about you, DJ? Is it gone on you?
Yep, it's gone.
Well, we solved an issue, but I'm going to get it perfect where I don't need a delay, Dominic. That means something's wrong.
No, because Art had the same thing with Mac, and so did Richard. And so this could have been the actual fix for it right here.
Oh, you think they put a delay in?
Well, Art would have it sometimes, and sometimes he wouldn't. But I know he switched back and forth from Mac to plug it in and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's hard to keep track of him. But with what you did here tonight, I could see it's gone. So that would be the answer. There was just probably a small little period of time between your receive goes out and your transmit starts. And that's what we're hearing, because I get that on the little SDR receiver I got here, the RTL. If I have it hooked up with the PTT box, I get the same thing. And that little bit of delay is enough time for the receiver to finish dropping off,
Yeah, and plus I'm using a voice meter potato. I'm using a VSC host. So the latency is pretty minimal. Let's see. The VSC, I'm at 5.3 millisecond latency, and that's at 256 buffer. I had it at 64, but I started getting a few hiccups, so I raised it to 256, and everything seems to be working okay. So that 5 millisecond could be the sound that we're hearing.
It could be more than 5 milliseconds by the time it's done going through the computer and into radio. And then radio has to process it. Yeah, so your delay is probably just right. And I'm not missing the first parts of your words at all, like if you were talking on a box. I'm not noticing any of that.
Yeah.
Who's that, Richard?
Yeah. Are you using back for audio?
Yeah, I am, but I've been using VAC, but I'm not using the rack anymore. I'm using all digital. So I was getting that ka-chunk sound at the beginning, but I put a 300 millisecond delay in and it got rid of it.
I'm not using any delay, and the ka-chunk is picking up your speakers. So it's picking up the ka-chunk sound of the speakers. Well, that's what mine was. And what I done to dissolve that was I turned the volume down on my speakers. I'm using back, and next time I come back, I'll turn my volume up, and I'll key back up, and Dominic will hear it, and he can tell you.
All right. Well, I don't have speakers on, so the only sound in the room is the fan noise, which it might have been that also.
Yeah, I heard it on you, Richard. Richard, he doubled to Doug, but he did have that noise. But yeah, he got rid of it though, Richard, with that delay now.
Yeah, but that's what I found out the problem is. See, you heard it too when I keyed up. And I keyed, and I keyed back up, and you heard it again.
I just turned the volume down on my speakers, headphones, either one.
Oh, so you're saying you think the mic was even picking up the sound out of your headphones?
It's in the crossover of the VAC from receive to transmit is where it's chunking.
Yep. So I did a 3 because I don't use push to talk, which I might start using again. I just clicked the Mox button with the mouse. So I couldn't put a PTT delay in. I put an RF delay in, and at 300 milliseconds, it got rid of it.
Yeah, well, I just turned the volume down on my speakers to where it's loud enough that I can hear, and just run it that way. I don't have that ka-chunk problem.
Well, that's good. We're solving it one way or another.
Yeah, just solving it one way or another. KG4 WQQ.
Evening, Richard. I've been sitting here listening.
Good evening, DJ.
Yep, I got to slip around the corner. VA3 KBC. I'll be right back.
All right, DJ, come on back.
Tuner?
Well, I hope I got it
A
working
big
out.
tuner can.
Hey, it's Brian. Hello, Brian.
Okay, F4 OUH checking in. 1,200 feet above sea level.
See, Brian, you're 5 to 10 over now.
Yeah, the band's a little better now.
But I am backing out of here, guys. Brian, good to hear you again. Dom, Richard, have a great night. DJ, if you're listening, sounding good. And thanks for doing the YouTube channel. 73, guys. KB2 UKA. Happy Sunday.
7-3.
Hey, Doug. All right. 73 is Doug.
So what's going on this evening? Anything good?
No, not much. I'm looking at this missile that Russia shot at Ukraine, traveling, I guess the speed on it's 8,000 miles per hour is what Ukraine clocked it at. It hit a building and destroyed the roof, but the building's still standing. It was a ballistic missile that's capable of carrying nukes, but this one wasn't carrying a nuke. It had regular explosive in it. And so Ukraine was able to get a piece of it and they dissected it.
I just wonder how long Russia's going to allow us to keep selling that guy rockets to launch at them before they attack one of our assets.
Well, he already said that's on the table, so hopefully nothing that happens until Trump gets it in. Maybe he can work it out.
Hey, Brian. VA3 KBC. I'm back.
Hey, DJ.
I'm live streaming right now, too, so.
Roger. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I hooked up my verticals today. I cleaned up some old coax. Ran a new coax out to my vertical. So I got the Hustler 5BT with the 160 inverted L connected to it and the 60 meter quarter wave vertical connected to it. I think my inverted L, where it went over the top of the tree at about 80 feet, the tree's grown over the wire, but it's still working.
We'll get all that stuff done before the snow flies.
I don't think I'm going to have to worry about too much snow down here. I wish it would snow down here.
I remember when we went to Florida, we come back through Atlanta, and they had a little bit of snow. Talk about idiots! Holy mackerel! I mean, yeah, it was quite a zoo. We were fortunate we got through there, but we're used to driving in snow, and there was probably inches, just kind of made stuff white. But oh my goodness, the wrecks and the going around in circles, people just had no clue on how to drive it.
Nope, they don't. They lose their minds completely. We had some snow that actually stuck one year, and only 2 of us showed up for work. And both of us were people that grew up in the north and learned how to drive in the snow. I should have just stayed home like everybody else, but I made it through the snow and ran work orders.
Well, even up here though, Brian, that first snowfall, there's people have to relearn driving in that kind of conditions, and so yeah, that first snowfall, there's still some fools that try to go too fast and don't drive the conditions.
I watch people because, North Georgia here, we get hills, so if they turn into ice, there's not a whole lot you can do when we get the black ice. But I noticed people would stand on their brakes, just slam on the brakes, slide to the bottom of a hill, and then step on the gas thinking they're going to make it up the other side of the hill instead of just, easing down the hill in a lower gear and keep rolling. They would slide with their foot on the brake to the bottom and then step on the gas and try to get up the top. They'd go nowhere.
Inexperience.
Now, if there's even a hint of a snow flurry, they will cancel the schools. And I don't know what it is about people in the South. I don't know who told them. It's something that's been carried on for generations and generations. They used to sit and talk about it around a campfire or something. But every time they get any inkling of a snow flurry, they close everything, and they all run out to the grocery store, and they buy all the milk and all the bread. I don't know why that people in Georgia think that bread and milk is going to save your life when there's a snowstorm.
Yeah, there's no rhyme nor reason to it, so just like buying up all the toilet paper. Anyhow, so yeah, 8 o'clock, I'll be gone before 8 o'clock because Yellowstone, watch it. I think there's 4 episodes left. I'm not sure about Tulsa King, but we'll watch Tulsa King after Yellowstone. We'll see what's going to transpire there.
Yeah, I think me and the wife, we've got Outlander we got to finish. We got to start Tulsa King, and we got Yellowstone. And when's 1924 coming back on?
1923. I think I heard something about January.
Because I'm curious how that's going to work out with that guy that's trying to get back home.
Yeah, did you say December, Richard?
Yeah, December is what I heard.
I like Helen Mirren.
Yes.
She's a sexy old broad.
I seen some pictures when she was younger. Wow, she was a looker, that's for sure.
Even as an older woman, she was quite pretty.
She still is. So you watched. So you haven't seen this is the third season, I guess, now of Tulsa King. So you haven't started the third season yet, then, Brian?
No, I have not. I've been watching them film it all around the place where I live here. but I have not watched it. What I'm probably going to do is watch the last season that I watched again to get refreshed, and then go ahead and marathon the next season.
So so you've watched season 1 and season 2 then?
25.
I guess we doubled Richard. Say again, Richard.
I said I just looked it up, and it said mid to late 2025.
For 1923?
Yeah.
If you guys want another series to watch, it's called Outlander. When I first heard about it, I said, that doesn't sound like anything I would like, but it turned out to be really good, although the last season has taken, since COVID, forever to come out. I'm ready for them to finish the series.
Yeah, I've heard that, yeah.
It's a really good series. It's about this lady that somehow traveled through time and ended up in Scotland, and which sounded really weird to me. I just said, I don't think I'll like it, but I heard a couple other hams talking about it, and I go, well, let me try it. And I really enjoyed it, and the lead character, she's quite sexy.
Oh, Roger, yeah. Our problem is we've got so many YouTubers that we watch that, oh my God, we got, there's a lot of YouTubers that we watch. So, but yeah, I've probably after Yellowstone's done and Tulsa King, we may try to look at another series there. That Landman, we watched a little bit of it there last Sunday night, waiting for Yellowstone to come on afterwards. So I don't know, but so that's Outlander. What is it on? Is it on Paramount Plus or where is it?
I think it was on Stars, but it might be on something else now.
Stars, okay.
But it was really good, and the main character Claire, she is sporty. Let me tell you.
And so, how many seasons are there?
God, let me look it up real quick. It's currently in its 7th season.
Oh, wow. That's like when we had the shop on the farm there, we sold a lot of motorcycle tires and did AMSOIL oil changes and that motorcycles. And a lot of guys were talking about, what the heck's that series called? Sons of Anarchy. And there, everybody was talking about, did you see last week's episode? Yeah, that was fantastic. And Carol and I, what are you talking about? What's this Sons of Anarchy? Oh, it's a really good series. So anyhow, it was winter came, and I wasn't too busy in the shop, so and it was a snowy day, so I went up to the house and I said to Carol, let's see if we can find this series that they're talking about. So I found it, and we started watching it. We binged watched it for 2 or 3 days, every episode, every season. And then when it continued the next year, we watched the last couple of seasons of it. So we really got hooked on it.
Yeah, I heard that was good. And everybody tells me I need to watch Breaking Bad, but I just, it's not my thing, meth dealing and stuff like that. But everybody says it's a great series.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's hard to get into something that you don't really know anything about, and there's, like I said, there's so many other things to watch for us, especially. We've got a lot of YouTubers, a lot of farm YouTubes, camping YouTubes, hot tenting YouTubers that we really enjoy. So, yeah, I don't know. The time to go through all these series is limited for us.
Oh yeah, there's been a couple other real short series we've watched too on Netflix and some other platforms that were really good. I can't remember the name of the one we just watched. It was with the guy from Breaking Bad, and he was a judge, and his son got into all kinds of stuff, and it just spun out of control. Pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff to watch. Well, guys, I think I'm going to pull the plug early tonight and go see what the wife's doing and spend some time. I got the whole week off, so I'll be doing some more radio during the week and don't have to get up and go to work. So 7-3, we'll talk to you guys later. KM4OUH.
Okay, 7-3, Brian. So, Richard, Dom, my audio has been staying pretty stable then, no garbling?
Not that I heard.
I haven't seen it. Because I've been watching the pan adapter too, and when I was having those issues before, you could see it all blah on the waterfall, their pan adapter, I should say, and it's been rock solid stable. So just the odd time the frames per second will start to flash red and it goes down to 20, but you know that signal that's up past 4,000. It would get really splatchy and wide and noisy, and then it would disappear, and then everything would be fine again. So I don't know. I'll just keep running it the way it is.
Oh, I didn't hear it. No, yeah, you were fine.
Gotta give Scott a text to see how things are going. I didn't have my afternoon 20-minute siesta. VA3 KBC, bottom of the hour.
KG4 WQQ. Yeah, me neither. We put the Christmas tree up today, the lights outside.
Yeah, I've got lights that go on that tree outside. It's 100 feet. I started. I didn't go very far, so Carol says, I think you need more. And I said, yep, I'm ordering 2 more strands. So I went on, ordered 2 more strands, so that'll be 300 feet. Once you start wrapping around that big evergreen tree we've got out front, didn't take long to run out. So I got 2 more strands, so that'll be 300 feet, and that'll cover that tree pretty nice.
Wow.
So you liking that amp, Richard?
Oh, what's that, DJ?
You're liking that Lux amp?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a real nice little piece of equipment.
It's nice to, as I was telling Doug there, I've got everything automatic. So antenna 1 is the beam and the doublet, and then antenna 3 is the 160 meter resonant. So it antenna 1 and 3 for the HF auto, and then AT2KD for the resonant antenna. So everything is automatic. So it works nice. You can't screw up and not get the right antenna or the right setting and everything else.
The glare off the screen too. There was like a glare on it. When I finally got that screen protector cut to fit, it took the glare off of it. So yeah, I really like that feature about it too.
Yeah, excellent. I guess we kind of doubled a little bit there, but that's okay. I
mean, it's just instant on. You just
push a little power button in, and it's ready to rock, lock, in the dock, you know, and carry on the mail. It's a pretty nice little piece of equipment, really.
Oh, that's good. Yep, that's what you want.
Well, I wanted one. I wanted a solid state that would follow the radio, and you know, he had one or had it for sale, and I was serious about it when I told him, but if I did, man, if I'd bought it then, my wife would have flogged me like a banny rooster. I had to warm her up and talk to her about it.
Well, I'm fortunate. My wife tells me to get it, or she pushes me to get it. So, so that's where the station and antennas are set up, because of her telling me to do it.
Well, I mean, if I hadn't said anything and she'd have sat back here and listened to me or something, she says, well, go ahead. There's just some things, you know, I'd rather talk to her about it and give her a heads up. I mean, I didn't give her a heads up that it was a little bit more than what I needed, but we took a little bit more than we should have. She kind of frowned on it. She said, well, that's it. You're done.
Yeah, but it'll last you a long time.
I ain't got no problem with it. I mean, it is a real nice piece. Probably about like once you got the VK amp, did you?
I have the VK3 amp, yes.
Yeah. Well, what's the most you can get out of it?
It's supposed to be a 1200 amp, so I think I think I went up to 900, 950 or something just to see what it would do. That's when it starts to get into the yellow, so I just back it down. Like I said, I run about 550.
It just did it, DJ.
Oh, I see now. Yeah, I just seen it.
Well, that thing just went haywire with him, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems, yeah, that's the first time it's done it now. So we've been streaming for, I don't know how long now. What did I start here? 6:30?
I'm still kind of doing it, too. It's not as bad as... Look, if you got a resource in your rep, look at how much RAM you're using.
Where do I find that?
Do you have, if you go down to the search bar, you know, inside the, on the taskbar, type in Windows Resource Meter, and then you can bring that up and you can look at everything.
Windows what?
Wait a minute. I said go down to the Windows search bar, you know, on the taskbar, and type in Windows Resource Meter, or Resource, Windows Resource Meter. Just $39 memory, titanium read bar equals smart. I don't see anything on it that would change the zoom.
give that width shut up.
A what?
If I was you, I'd give that width shut up.
What width shut? Branches?
Yeah, they're supposed to be able to do all that, they claim.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
I'm online, so it goes to a website, so I can't look it up right now.
The search bar on the bottom and tray there, you know, let me get the name so you can type it in. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called Resource Monitor. So on your taskbar on the bottom, don't you have a spot where there's a search bar?
Yeah, when I put Resource Monitor, a window comes up and, well, what's it got? It's an app or something. Oh, okay, open. There we go.
All right, so on the Resource Monitor open, you should be looking at like CPU, disk, network, and memory.
Okay, are you watching the stream or not?
Oh, let me go look. I can't believe these guys. They started talking underneath us again. I'm pulling you up, hang on. All right, let me see. I know I got you in here. How come it's not showing you online? I got it. Okay, on the right-hand side, you see those graphs? That's your CPU, your disk. Oh, let me mute this. You got your disk and your network and your memory. Well, you're not using any memory, but you are using quite a bit of CPU and disk space. Are you saving something right now?
All I have is the stream running and the Thetis.
Are you recording the stream?
I'm not recording. It's going out live.
Well, how do you keep a recording of it? Does that do that on YouTube, or do you save it and then upload it?
It's saved on YouTube.
Huh.
So, Thetis, the average usage looks like 19.9 or 19.76 average CPU usage.
Yeah, I'm looking at these graphs here on the right, and it's real time. So your CPU usage is 50%. It looks like, and then you have your disk was a little bit up there, but it stopped. And now look at your network. You're using almost 3/4 of your network bandwidth. Are you, when you have internet to your house, you'll have 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Are you on the 5 gigahertz?
Yep.
Oh, that's weird. Well, you get both. So could it be that you're inadvertently hooked up to the 2.4?
No, it's the 2. It's the 5.
Perhaps it. What else you got running there? Let me see something here. While that's up, go down to the tray again, the bottom tray. Yeah, your taskbar. Right click on a taskbar someplace in a blank area. Yeah, right click. Yeah, right there was good. Right where you have your mouse. Right click there. Go to Task Manager. The third one up. Bring that window to the right. Your picture-in-a-picture is blocking some of it. All right, yeah, well, I need it big. I see something red there on the theater on the right. It says it's using 28% of the CPU. What's that? What's that red? It says very high is what it says.
That's Thetis.
Hang on, I'm reading it. Over. You actually have a couple of services you can turn off because you're not on a corporate network. And you got services running. But scroll down more. Let me see. What does Thetis say you're using for CPU?
%, 29%.
You know what I mean? In Thetis. Doesn't Thetis have its own little thing?
Well, it's in the Anan, yeah, but the computer still has to run a lot of it too.
No, I mean, but what does Thetis report when you have Thetis stuff? Isn't there something that shows the CPU usage in Thetis?
Well, that's at the bottom here, and that's yeah. I have it right there. You see 21%, and if I come on, get out of there. If I right click or left click, there, left click. So it's Thetis only. It's not system. It's just Thetis only.
Wait, where is it in here? I'm trying to see it.
Oh, shoot. Just a minute.
I thought it was on the bottom.
Okay, there. See, it's Thetis only.
0:02 next to the clock on the bottom right. In Thetis.
Yeah, see, I have it for Thetis only. Not system, but Thetis only is 22%.
I don't see what you could be running that's making that go so high. All right. You do have services that you can turn off. I don't know if you can get your computer guy to come over there, but there's a lot of services for like to be connected to a server and a network. There's a bunch of stuff in there you can turn off, and that would definitely save a lot of resources because you're not using them anyway. A lot of them you'll see that they'll say disk 0. You'll see no power usage, no network usage. But you'll see CPU usage because still they phone home. There was another one that said very high.
Okay, there's right to the bottom.
Yeah, but it's not in here. Go back up to Thetis for a second.
So OBS, that's running about 10%.
Is that OBS right there?
Yeah, this is Streamlabs OBS.
And why is it using so much power, though? Is the computer getting more?
Nope. But this, don't forget, this is the streaming thing, eh?
Yeah, but it says power usage high. That's either be medium or low, or, I mean, it's not like you're running motors or anything. All right, go up to Thetis. Oh, not in here. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can do it in here. Right-click on Thetis. Go to properties. No, that's not what I want. Close that and right-click on Venus again. Yeah, go to, well, it doesn't have power in here. Go to, memory. Just put your mouse slide over to memory, the word memory. No, that's not what we want. Create a dump file, go to details, open file location, search online. Huh. What's the little down arrow next to the on the left-hand side there? Go ahead, all the way back over to the word Thetis, the program. There's an arrow over there to the left of the icon. You see it? All right, right-click on that one. Tell me down. All right, never mind. Usually they have a priority, and but this one, Thetis doesn't have any priority, so I guess it just takes whatever it wants. Anyway, your CPU usage is 27.8 there.
Yeah, well, like I said, because of OBS, it's running quite a bit. It takes quite a bit to operate it.
Well, what you need to do is you should make a shortcut to that, what you just did. Go back down to the thing and click on Resource Meter again. You know, go to search. Windows search. Yeah, over there on the left-hand side. And click that, yeah. Is Resource Meter listed in there? I can't see your pictures in my way. Yeah, I wanted to put an icon on the desktop so you could always go back in here and look. So when your audio starts doing that, you need to, have this running and look at which one of these spikes to 100%. So I would leave this running. Go ahead and talk now on your radio. Do you still have everything set up the way you did before? Didn't change anything.
Okay, test 1, 2. Oh, see, I can see it's doing it.
Well, if that was you, it was just doing it really bad.
Yep, and my frames per second was down to what, 5 or something like that. So that signal on the right hand side. Well, you can see on the well, it's gone past there now.
What you need to do is when it does that, we need to look at that resource meter and see which one of those graphs is taken out. Yeah, the graphs on the right. Yeah, you can change the way you view that too. I think if you go over to overview, disk network, there's a way. Oh, up on the top, file, monitor or something. One of there, you just have the graphs shown. I'm talking about on the top left. And go higher. What does that say there? File, what's that? Monitor? Above where you just were, above, yeah. Yeah, where help is, go up. Go up one. Higher up. Right, the middle one, it says monitor. What does it say? Yeah, hit that again. Oh, never mind. Well, you opened up a bunch of them. How'd you open up so many CPUs? Did you put checkboxes in there?
Over on the right-hand side, I just hit the view on the box here. Large.
I think you just add more. Go small. Why do you have so many CPUs up? Yeah. Every time you click that, you create another one. See if you can close one. Right-click on CPU 7 and see if you can get rid of it.
Nope.
What's the little arrow? Oh, never mind. W4D on the 50. No, it's over here on the right-hand side. See that little arrow, not the down arrow, the one that faces the left? Here, leave that on medium. All right, there's an arrow on the left-hand side, see it? Yeah. What does that one do? I'll hit it again. How did you get so busy, though? Hit the down arrow next to views, and let's see what's in there. You know where it says views on the right? Hit the down arrow there. Just the down arrow, not the word views. That's not open either.
Well, I got to get going here, guys. The Yellowstone's going to start here, so I'm going to shut everything down here and get going here.
All right, good night.
Yeah, I may be back. You guys will be on here for a while anyhow, so I'll talk to you guys later. VA3 KBC.